Hello, NWF Army. I'm Sean Bossman, the boss of pro wrestling, here with another edition of NWF Bustin Loose. And there was so much action here tonight at Bone Crushers for a fight before Christmas. In the main event, we saw NWF champion, the Titan, as he took on Hollywood Adam Swayze. In that match, unfortunately, the referee was out, and he did not see Hollywood Adam Swayze hit the Titan with the Titan's own championship belt. But never fear, the Titan kicked out. But then he just let rage get the best of him, and he took the belt. He returned the favor, and as a result was disqualified. Adam Swayze is the winner by disqualification, but the title could not change hands on a disqualification. Still your champion, the Titan. We also had a very, very big announcement by Roger Ruffin today. Due to a concussion, Calypso unfortunately had to pull out of the Ultimate Ladder match, which is going to take place in Fairfield, Ohio on December 30th. As a result, in order to determine Lexus Montez's opponent, there will be an 8-man scramble match. The winner will go on to face Lexus Montez that night for the Unified Championship in the Ultimate Ladder match. More on that when we return.
Tough Justice, let me ask you a question, Tough Justice. Are you afraid of monsters, Tough Justice? Are you a little timid of monsters, Tough Justice? At night, do you look underneath the bed being afraid there might be a monster under there? Do you get up? Do you look in the closet because maybe there's a monster in there? Well, on December the 30th at the UAW Hall in Fairfield, it's going to be far worse than that. It's going to be far worse than your worst nightmare of monsters. Because on the 30th in Fairfield, you're going to be locked inside a steel cage with a monster. The most dangerous match in all of professional wrestling, a steel cage match. Tough Justice against Roger Ruffin and a true monster. I'm bringing Abyss with me, Tough Justice. I'm bringing Abyss with me. And when you hear that sound of that cage door close and you hear that lock click, there's nowhere to run. There's nowhere to hide. It's a steel cage match, Fairfield, this Saturday night.
We're back, NWF Army. I want to talk some more about December 30th in Fairfield, Ohio. This will be our big year-end event. It's going to be exciting. So many matches lined up. We're going to have a triple threat match for the Tri-State Championship as Pompano Joe takes on the relentless Ron Mathis and Bruce Gray. As I mentioned earlier, we're going to have that 8-man scramble match to determine who is going to be the opponent for Lexus Montez in the Ultimate Ladder match. We will also have the first ever Who's House match between Angel and Nasty Russ. And you can use anything in the house, anything that's not nailed down, you can use it in this special Who's House match. First time ever. And we've got a big, big tag team cage match as Tough Justice take on the team of the man, Roger Ruffin, and the monster, Abyss. Fans, you're not going to want to miss any of this. Make sure you get your tickets at the BP on Main Street. Get your tickets as soon as possible because you don't want to miss it. And then on January 1st, we will have our traditional New Year's Day event right here in Bone Crushers, special 3 p.m. bell time. Make sure you mark that on your calendar. We will see Adam Swayze in a return match against NWF champion, the Titan. And we will also see another return. Some know him as Backlund, some know him as Stooner, some call him Stags. Regardless of what you call him, you know Stewie, and he will be here January 1st for that New Year's Day show. Fans, make sure you are here to see it.
I never thought I would be standing here talking into an NWF camera without the NWF championship around my waist. But those are the facts. Titan beat me in Fairfield last time, but no. Let me rephrase that. Titan is not good enough to beat me. The only reason Titan is walking around with my championship is because of a man called Angel. An NWF legend, as they say. who had no business coming back to the NWF, had no business being a special enforcer to my NWF title match against Titan. But there he was, standing there representing the NWF Army and aiding Titan to a championship victory. A belt that means more to me than anything. And Titan, mark my words, I will come back for my belt in due time. Because at this very moment, I will put that belt behind me and focus on one thing. Because right now, only one thing matters to me. And Angel, that one thing is putting you in permanent retirement. And of course, it can't just be a regular match. No, if Nate Pelly and Roger Ruffin have anything to do with it, which they do, they're going to stack the deck against me like they always do. Roger Ruffin says our match is a whose house match is it? Clever. Who thought of that? Nate Pelly, the genius. Whose house? It's because Angel comes out and he claims the NWF is his house. Angel, you left for a very, very long time. I was the NWF champion until you showed your stupid face. It's my house, Angel. And if I got to beat the crap out of you in Fairfield to prove it, that's what I'm going to do. But a whose house match is it? You can bring anything you want, anything in the building, anything in Fairfield in the UAW hall is legal. You can use it as a weapon. So that means what? Angel, he can bring chairs into the ring. He can bring tables. He can bring a bag of meat sauce. He can bring thumbtacks. He can bring barbed wire. He can bring whatever he wants. Is that supposed to scare me, Angel? Is the old man, the NWF legend, as they say, Angel, supposed to scare me? Him and his weapons? Angel, I'm better than you. I'm better than everybody in the NWF. I don't need weapons to prove it. I don't need to say this is my house to prove it. But just for the sheer fact of it, Roger wants to put me in that position. You want to force me into that position. You want to come back to the NWF. You want to cost me the NWF championship. You want to get in the ring with Nasty Russ. I will prove it. This will be my house, and I'll prove it. If I have to stick barbed wire in your face, I'll do it. If I have to stab you with a table leg, I'll do it. If I have to shove a bag of meat sauce down your throat and make you choke, I will do it. Angel, UAW Hall, Saturday night, Fairfield. Bring your family, bring your friends, bring your wife. Big send-off because it's the last time the NWF will ever see Angel again.
NWF Army, I want to go down that card one more time. On December 30th in Fairfield, Ohio, we're going to have a triple threat for the Tri-State Championship featuring Pompano Joe defending against the relentless Ron Mathis and Bruce Gray. We're also going to have Angel versus Nasty Russ in the first ever Who's House match. And of course, the big 8-man scramble match to determine who is going to face Lexus Montez in the ultimate ladder match for the Unified Championship. And we can't forget the cage match, tag team action in the cage as Tough Justice take on Roger Ruffin and the Monster Abyss. Fans, you are not going to want to miss it. Make sure you go to the BP station on Main Street to get your tickets in advance. And also mark your calendar for New Year's Day when we return to Bone Crushers for the big annual New Year's Day event. And on that event, we're going to see the return of Stewie Stooner, Stewie Backlund, Stewie Sags, whatever you want to call him. And then the big return match with the Titan defending the NWF Championship against Adam Swayze.
Titan, the only reason why you beat me was because you had to take that coward's way out at Bone Crushers. You had to get yourself disqualified by hitting me with my moneymaker with your championship. So how about this? January 1st, New Year's Day. me and you go one more time, but this time, if you purposely get yourself disqualified, that title comes back to me.
What a challenge. Fans, we're going to have to check and see if the Titan will accept. Santa Claus!
Merry Christmas, boss man. Santa's got a present for you.
A present for me? Oh, man. I can't wait to see what it is. A rock? I don't even want a lump of coal to keep warm? A rock?